myself studied at Central St Martin's in London and the Royal College of Art in London. Before that, though, I did a very classical German craft education where you actually learn how to mill, how to weld, how to just metalwork, basically. And in a similar way, Reed is educated at Duke University as an electrical engineer before he went to MIT. So we both have this very sort of hands-on background, and that's something that we preserved into and through our university careers, because we like making things that work, and we exclusively do things that work. We never make proposals and then do not deliver on the promises. We met some 15 years ago in Rotterdam, actually, when Rem Koolhaas was sort of headhunting talent across the world to work on the Prada project. And Prada back then was going through an incredible explosion in scale and turnover, and basically Miuccia Prada got very worried that this once very exclusive fashion brand through massive growth would lose its edge, essentially. So she called in Rem to consider that situation and propose a path forward, how to counter that. And so Rem basically drafted all these people. It was a sort of a little bit of a metaphysical club, because quite a few metaphysical club members were members of that sort of tag team. One of them was Hans-Ulrich Obrist, Joseph Grimmer was sort of peripherally involved, Michael Rock and so on. And basically what Reed's and my role in the whole project was the technology, the Instore technology, because there was a very strong belief that technology would change the world. This is like pre-dot-com bubble New York, so it was very, everything was .com, like you had to put .com after absolutely everything. And we basically proposed this future scenario where we claimed that in the future, every human being on this planet would have a variety of CPUs, would have not only the personal computer. Back then there was just the new iMac just came out back then, which was this huge egg, and the first iPod. So that was like 2001, and nobody could even imagine that a mobile phone anytime soon would have GPS or like a color screen, or it was like really rough black-green screens and stuff. So we proposed this future where every human being would be surrounded by and own a variety of digital devices that are all connected with their own processing units to actually process data. And built in the New York store, built a sort of prototype of a future where you can, from databases, get any information about any piece of garment, RFID tags on everything, dressing rooms that could read out what you put into the closet through the RFID tags, magic mirror that would basically film you as you're in front of the mirror, and if you make a quick movement, freeze time. It's kind of elastic time, so you would be able to, on that screen, watch yourself from the back, which is the purpose of dressing rooms, watching yourself from the back. The first RFID rollout in the history of retail, it was, back then RFID tags were completely military. It was the salespeople that would come in and show us all their RFID technology were all like ex-US Marines, kind of steroid pumped, huge guys, showing slideshows with like RFID tagged bombs on aircraft carriers and stuff like that, and kind of RFID tagged tanks and whatever. So this was totally not mainstream.